So with the new year just around the corner, today I'm going to let you know what themes I will be following in 2018. Stay tuned. G'day guys, Aussie Share Trader here. Merry Christmas. This will be my last video before Christmas. So all the best to you and your families out there. If you celebrate it, have a great one. Now today might be a little bit of a longer video. I've got a fair bit I want to get through. The most important, of course, is what I will be doing in 2018. So I've sat down and I've been thinking about this for quite a while now, what my thematics will be in 2018, the themes that I will be following. And I've got a list here of things I like, so things I'll go long on, and things I don't like, so things I may go short on. Okay, now the first one is the state of Western Australia. I am long on WA in 2018. Now this may sound a bit parochial as I am a West Australian, but we have been in the shitter for nearly 4 years, since 2014. Our economy has been going backwards, and that is mainly due to what's been happening to the iron ore price. Now, a lot of eastern states people don't really understand how WA operates and how reliant we are on the mining industry. I was looking at some stats online just the other night, and 92% of West Australian exports are from the mining industry, the mining and petroleum industry. So that's 92% of our export income comes from mining activities. So when the price of these commodities takes a plummet like it has done in the last few years, then no wonder we're in the toilet. Of that 92%, nearly half of that is iron ore. And if we take a look at the iron ore price since 2014, you can see that it was just a downward slide for nearly 3 years. So it has been a tough time in WA, but I can not safely say, but I am confident now that we have bottomed out over here and better days are ahead. Then if you agree with that thematic, you have to find things that will take advantage of your thoughts on that. So a few shares I'll just throw out there. Of course, do your own research on these. A couple are Finbar, FRI, which is a developer in WA, almost exclusively in WA. Builds apartments. They're not pumping along at the moment, but the share price has come off a long way. They're under $1 at the moment. Fleetwood, the caravan makers, and they make modular homes. Take a look at them. They've come down a long way over the last few years. And Cedarwood, which I put out in my last video, another small developer. They've been up about 10% so far this month. But if we're looking a little bit longer term, they're probably another one you can put in if you agree that WA is on the verge of a recovery. Now, I am short New South Wales. Sorry to you guys over there, but I'm really worried about your real estate market in New South Wales. So I'm not short on the state as such, but I am short on the New South Wales real estate market. Prices have just got out of hand. A lot of that had to do with WA because we were dragging the economy down so much by our lackluster performance over here. Interest rates have stayed too low for too long, in my opinion. And the lending and the house prices in New South Wales have just got out of hand. So I can see them coming back in 2018, probably through to 2020, 2021. And I wouldn't want to be in that market. So again, if you agree with that, then you've got to find ways to take advantage of it. And for me, I was thinking maybe going short Dexus, Property Group DXS, or Vicinity, those sorts of things. Again, if you agree and you have some other thoughts on it, or disagree and you have some other thoughts on it, put it in the comments, because I'm always looking for ideas like that and how to exploit any thoughts that I may have. So do comment on that one. Now, I am long in 2018 on the technology sector, or the telecommunications sector in particular. It's been a bad few years for Telstra and the like, but I can see a turnaround in them. I like TPG the most. REA, which I've spoken about as my favourite stock on the market. I think they're going to have a big 2018. Hansen, another small one that I do like. So just long on the technology sector. I mean, really our technology sector in Australia is pretty pathetic if you're comparing it to the US and a few other countries around the world. But it's there and it is growing, and we do have some good small companies there that you could put in your portfolio or trade over 2018. Now, I will be short the banks. I do not like the banks at the moment. The Royal Commission obviously is going to be going on for the next few years. Also, just the environment, the regulatory environment that they're working in at the moment. I mentioned in my last video, ASIC and APRA are just running rampant at the moment. They're trying to curb lending, trying to do the job of the Reserve Bank really, and stop lending because the Reserve Bank hasn't been putting up rates. So ASIC and APRA have come in and tried to cool down the New South Wales market by restricting how much people can borrow. And I see this firsthand because I'm in the finance industry. I can see how much lower people's borrowing capacities have become in the past a year to 18 months now. And that is going to bite into the banks, their lending ability, and also, as I said before, the New South Wales property market. So I will be short the banks in 2018. Well, I said I was long WA, so I have to be long the miners in 2018. Just the iron ore, so the FMG, BHP, Rio, there's a plethora. This is Australia. We have hundreds and hundreds of mining companies to choose from. So you've got to do a fair bit of research with these ones. Personally, most of them scare me, so I do tend to stick with the larger companies when I'm looking at the mining sector, which isn't too often. I'm generally bearish on mining, but I think in 2018 I have to change my mind on that and go long. And the last thing, I'm going to be long the US dollar. Now this has nothing to do with trading the ASX, but whatever you think of Donald Trump as a person, you have to look at his policies differently. You have to sort of take that personality out of it and just look at what he's doing and his ideas for the American economy. Cutting the tax rate is going to bring trillions of dollars back into the US. So I think the US dollar is going to be strongly supported in 2018. Not something I'm an expert in, but it just seems to make sense to me. So I will be just attributing a little bit of my long-term thinking or long-term portfolio into the US dollar. That is a few themes I will be following in 2018. Very interested to hear yours as well. If you agree, disagree, or have any others that you want to put in the comments, either on the YouTube video here or go to my Facebook page and just send me a message there. I find that a little bit easier to communicate. So whatever works for you. Okay, now the next thing, when I did my stocks to watch in December video, I played a little game and I put up a few photos of my trip, and I was of course in Singapore, and a few people guessed it right, and I said I'll give them a shout out. So here it is, the first one to get it, and it was minutes after I put the video up, so he spoiled the whole game, got it right straight away, was Johnny Franklin. On your Johnny. Benjamin Spinks, David Poulsen, Jason Gordon. Now those three guys have been good supporters of me in this channel since almost the beginning. So thank you to you three, Benjamin, David and Jason. Addison Krismanik got it right. Chandru, and I won't even pronounce his other names because I will butcher them, but Chandru, you got it right, and Jimmy Wong, you got it right as well. So congratulations guys, and thanks for supporting the channel. Just speaking about the channel, in the last 6 weeks or so, I've gone from around 75 subscribers at the end of October, so early November, and now in the last probably 6 weeks to the middle of December, we've got around about 240 now, so 170 subscribers in the past 6 weeks. I really hate it. I hate it when YouTubers put out videos just about their subscribers. When they get to 100 subscribers or 1,000 and they do a thank you video, it is so self-indulgent. and it's really wanky as far as I'm concerned. So I'm never going to do that. I will not do that. But I must say, it does just show me that people are watching and appreciating the videos that I'm doing. So it does sort of just give me a bit of validation, and strokes the ego a little bit. So I appreciate it, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So thanks to all the guys that have subscribed. I do appreciate it. I did say that this was going to be my last video for until Christmas, but I will do one more if there is a demand for it. And I was thinking of doing a Q&A probably next Friday. So if you do have any questions of me or of the market or whatever you want to ask me, there's really no boundaries. Just put it in the comments or send me a message on Facebook, and I will, if I have enough questions, probably at least 4 or 5 questions, I will do a video before Christmas or around Christmas if you guys want it. But if you don't, that's cool as well. I'll just relax. The last thing, sorry, I'm trying to get through everything here. My Snapchat, I have been using that semi-regularly. I've got about 30 or 40 people following me. I do like it. So if you do have Snapchat, I'll put up the snap code, and it's AussieShares is my name. So feel free to follow, and hopefully another way I can provide a bit of value for you guys. So that is it for this video. Merry Christmas, guys. I hope you have an awesome one with your families, or however you celebrate it, if you celebrate it. And I will be back on the 29th of December to do my trading for January video. If I don't do that Q&A that we spoke about. So I'll talk to you guys then.
Why don't you like me?
Because you're a complete bastard.
Vivian, I'm being serious.
So am I. You're a complete bastard and we all hate you.
I find that rather difficult to believe.